Lord, hold me down so I don't think I'm gonna get through this without fucking it up, and I don't know if I'm gonna be able to edit it out. My people, how do you do? Hopefully this recording reaches you. I've lost the last two I've done. This is Giuseppe, and you're in tune with the drama umbrella right now. What's today's date? April 9th? It's April 9th, and today we lost a dog, Earl Simmons, aka everybody known as DMX, the dog. And we're going to commemorate him on this. It sparks a few thoughts that I had and a few things I wanted to address, especially all the media. Wait. The first thing I want to do, I want to say rest in peace to some fallen legends and some fallen students of the game that you knew were going to turn into masters had they had the chance to prevail and keep creating music and art. You don't even have the right to speak about an artist if you don't study their work and see what they're doing at least. You could like it, you could dislike it. It's not about that. The artist don't business if you like or dislike the work. The artist wants to know that you ran it through front to back. Prince Marky D grew up on your work, grew up on your albums. Me and my brother copped all the Fat Boy albums and some of the stuff that you did afterwards. You know what I'm saying? You've even been to my house. If you was alive, you'd bug out at this story. You've even been at my house. Yeah, you came to visit somebody that was a tenant in one of my houses that I used to live in. So, legendary. See what I'm saying? You probably didn't even know I was preying you, big homie. Also, Bunny Wailer and U-Roy. Bro, that's those guys are musically tantamount to my father. That's the way I look up to those type of DJs from back in some 70s and 60s that started this whole thing. Those guys were kings that passed away. In case y'all didn't know, this is the age of go Google and find out. So, U-Roy and Bunny Wailer, go Google and find out. And their music is as such, whereas even if you are not a old-time roots listener, you'll be able to see the rhythm in it. They have something that you're gonna like. There's no question about it. I don't care if you're 10 right now. You can find a U-Roy or a Bunny Wailer that you like. Remember I told you that. So those is legendary guys, yo. You know, rest in paradise and power to those kings. Another one that went down by the hands of the violence again and the bad-mindedness and the hating, was Nipsy Hustle. And he's another one that before, I'm ashamed as a hip-hopper to say that I really wasn't oriented like that with his work until that happened. How awful is that? I don't know how anyone else feels about themselves that can relate to that. But me as a person that I've created albums, I've produced people's stuff, I've written lyrics, I've delved deep into hip hop than the average Joe. You feel me? for me not knowing, you know, you don't know everybody, but I see where he was relevant to know. He was one of those guys that you're supposed to know. You know, he's got some guys that you know, it's good to know. And then you got some guys that you're absolutely supposed to know. You know, like when you ask one of the kids about Biggie, and they'd be like, who? And he'd be like, what? Go to the computer. Come on, you have to know. You have to know that. That's not trivial. You know, you have to know certain shit. So Nipsey was one of those MCs and one of those innovative minds that it turned out that he was one of those generals that you have to know. So rest in power once again. The people fucking up my video that need goddamn new timing belt. You making me laugh. So that'll make me laugh. Fred the God, son. Yo, again, and a Bronx native, whereas, bro, yeah, I know about his music, and that I can't. You know what I hate? That his name is mixed up in this COVID madness. I wish they never had one rapper like that. I wish they didn't have one that they could have said was that they could put in the same sentence. You know what I'm saying? Because this is how they create their bag of preemptive filth, if you will. Like, I'm not trying to say like, oh, I wish he got shot or something. You understand what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, I hate that COVID had, or not, to do anything with his death. Long live the king. Prodigy. That's my fucking dog teeth, yo. And a lot of you that know me personally know why I'm very close to that dude. Right? Stories too. And I'm not in the industry. How about that? Ha ha! Yeah, Prodigy, LP. And then, you know what? I'm proud of the fact that his name reached Machiavellian levels, if you will. Like, there's conspiracy theory behind my motherfucker, Prodigy. I like that. He was a dangerous little fellow. And that's what I'm trying to say. Don't sleep, yo. Don't fuck about, you know? I'm gonna say that his words earned his following, bad and good. He had Secret Service following him. How about that? You better read his book. I know it's a botheration for you to run through people's albums today. That's what I like. It's like a botheration for you to listen to a song these days. Read that man's book. Yeah. So those was like legends that I wanted to just throw up, you know what I'm saying, on this day as we speak about DMX and his passing. And what I really wanted to say now, right, about the dog was that I know y'all have this way of, especially with him, y'all like to play certain games with his name, like with the drugs thing and the whole crack and all that, bro. Like, I don't want to hear none of that dog shit, man. You know why? See, he's a story of a surviving, functioning addict. There are many walking, breathing, living, turning shit up, functioning addicts. I don't want to hear no bum talk behind this man's name, B. With that drug shit. That didn't make him. He was way more humongous than that. And you want to know something really deep? I take issue with it because it could have just as well been me. I'm a walking, living, functioning addict. And you don't get that way by going and running down highness. Because I know guys like him. I know what guys like him go through. It's a sufferation. It's a walking sufferation when you have a gorilla on your back every day. And then on top of it, like him, you have not just family and friends, but fans. Millions of them. You can't go nowhere and people don't know your face. And you're a functioning addict. You are sometimes here, sometimes there, sometimes down there. Sometimes you're way up. Sometimes you way up and you feel like you down. Sometimes you're down and you are all fucked up. You're a hot mess. And you feel like you're the shit, like you're up here. It's hard to have a grasp and a even keying, to live a even keying. You wake up fucked up. You go to sleep with some fucked up tactics. Then you have people that love you, people that you care about, kids, your kids that you have to give the best of yourself to. And you know that that's what X did. X was about that. X was about taking care of more than just his kids. X took care of a lot of kids without even... That man right there, now that we done delved deep into this drug and sufferation shit, in 1997, I might have spent like a month and a half in the hospital. Sickle cell life. And whoever knows anything about that knows how that gets remedied. It's not with Tylenol. It's not with Motrin. Copy? Like, you know what a fiend goes through and feels. You know what a person that's on that D, on that H feels. Because that's what they have to do to you to alleviate that type of bone pain that you have. So, because you can imagine all a world, a plethora of shit comes with that. And I found myself admitted, of which I hated because I was still a teenager, a young man. Like, nobody wants to be in no goddamn hospital, not for 15 minutes, much less 15 days. Like, I wanted to be around my brothers, my crew, my cronies that I was always around. Those that I said today on my post that I would kill for and die for. And when you're down like that, a lot of your crew, it's like it's too hard for them to even look at you, for them to even see you. You don't even want them to see you. You don't even want them to come and visit you because of how you feel. and how you feel like you look. You look like how you feel like how you look. Every now and then, the ones that don't give a fuck though, and just love you like that, they'll come through and bring you a gift. You know, my dad used to bring me the Source magazine. You know what I'm saying? My brother used to bring me my Newports. You know, little stuff like that. My aunt used to bring me mad sugars, little sugars in the sugar packs. I needed extra sugar. You know, shit like that. And one of my little cousins brought me the new DMX album. And I heard Slipping, Falling, Can't Get Up on a Walkman. A Walkman. For the first time. That was my last night in the hospital. Pause. Pause on that one. Who don't believe me? I'm not even talking to you right now. I'm serious. When I heard that song, it actually gave me power that I did not know I had. And the next day, I wasn't fully recovered, but I was strong enough to check the fuck out. Like, you pulling IV lines that are sending Demerol, Dilaudid, and morphine straight to your fucking heart. You're making your mind up to rip it out your arm and march. Back. Fuck you if you don't understand me. Don't play with his name with that dumb shit. Some of the realest motherfuckers you know are living a life you have no idea about. Stop playing. I heard some of y'all already this morning on the radio with that, on the Facebook with that dumb shit. Get it out, his name. Don't fuck with his name with that. He was way more than that. And there's people around you that's living that. And you don't even know. I'm going to end it on this note right here. I was watching a Billie Holiday. What was that? A movie-mentary? Some type of deal like that. And it was about basically her song, Strange Fruit. As you know, like we're talking about right now, Billie Holiday was one of those walking, functioning, shining, towering addicts. And if you pay attention to the details of the way that she died and the way they tried to hide, kind of sway you away from the reality of her death. I'm gonna tell you the reality of her death, basically. This is what I'm taking it upon myself to do now. Because I watched the movie, great movie. Yes, the white people didn't want her to. They fought against the song her whole life, basically. They fought against Strange Fruit her whole life. Her whole fucking life. They fought against the song. Oh, will you stop playing the song? Stop performing the song. Please give us the rights. Sell us the rights to the song. Here's a contract. We'll give you all the heroin you can kill yourself with till God comes. All right? And it ended up basically that they set her up and got her in trouble so that they can leverage it. Selective choice of not playing that song. Writing that song and selling that song off to somebody so that she can basically beat the case will be cleared or it'll be plead or whatever, and she'll be free. But the whole deal is that she had to sign that song away. I'm sure of it. All right? At the end of the day, that's what it was about. Demolishing that song so that you or your kid could have never experienced or heard it. She found herself waking up in a hospital bed, cuffed to the railing. And, you know, she's about to go into withdrawal any hour now. They know that. And they're right there with the sabotagery, the contract in one hand, the key to the cuff in the other, and all she basically has to do is sign that paper and not end up in jail. And they wanted to have her in jail so that they could make her dry out in jail and die, suffer and die. That's what she chose for y'all. She chose to suffer and die. She told them no. She made them walk away to no avail. The song lived. She died. And she died in agony. They let her die, dried out through her however long days she went suffering through withdrawal. She did that on a jail floor. That's the worst way to ever die. You don't want to know what one day of that feels like. That's worse than any nightmare you can have. That's the worst feeling you could ever feel in the world, physically. They made her die like that. They made it take her till it killed her. She chose that for y'all. Don't play with people's name with the drug talk. I'm so dead ass with that. If I haven't made my point clear by now, there's no fanciness on this. I'm really hoping that I didn't make too big of any mistakes so that I don't even have to fucking do one edit, because I just want to run this to you tonight. This is the day that he has passed away. This is the day. This is the day you need to get this. If you get it tomorrow, so be it. But you know that I threw it today. Today, this is the day that Earl Simmons was officially pronounced in the afterlife. He will be going to Thug's Mansion. That's where she went. That's where she went. That's where she went. That's where she went. That's where Prodigy went. That's where Prodigy went. That's where Prodigy went. That's where Prodigy went. That's where That's where God willing. God willing. God willing. That's where That's where That's where I'll see you. I'll see you.